female director, female editor, female cameraman is attached. What do you make of it? Isn't it high time we did away with? Because I don't think we say male director ka film hai, male editor hai. So what do you two have to say about this?
I think initially it was important because we had very few directors or editors or cinematographers who were women, and it was very important to celebrate women per se, to be in a field which was predominantly dominated by men. With the growing age of cinema, and to see so many women now into the mainstream of cinema, thanks to so many, I would say thanks to the parents and thanks to the education which we are getting, we see so many women who are now in the forefront, whether they are as editors, whether they are as directors, as costume stylists, as cinematographers also. Even in grip, we have a lot of women right now, lighting. So I think it is important that we just start eliminating the word a woman director. Is because I'm a director, I happen to be a woman. So that's what it is. But my lens will always be slightly more different. But sometimes when I want to wear, I always call myself, and when I'm thinking about something, I would always, if I have, suppose something which I need to think, putting my cap as a man. How would a man think in this situation? Because I make movies and I create characters, so it's very important for me to put caps of different kinds. Whether it's a man, it's a woman, it's a different age groups, it's everything. So for me, I'm multidimensional, and I think as a woman, the only difference it would be like what Shweta and I were just discussing right inside here, is that the first thing we discuss is, oh God, there are kids' exam, and I just had a call. So that's the only discussion, is because hey, you're here, yeah. What time is your flight? What time is your flight? Okay, exams are there tomorrow. So I think that would be the only discussion. I don't think so. Two directors who are men would be discussing that at the waiting room. So yeah, taking care of that. So yeah, that's the only difference.
And Shweta, especially, I mean, you're an editor. I mean, I belong to a TV organization where we had one female editor to the 30 others who were all men. And especially in films, you have had people like, the very talented Renu Saluja and all those. But what has it been like for you? I mean, and also the kind of shows you've edited, Gangs of Wasseypur and all testosterone driven.
When I started editing, there was we were I was from the Film Institute, and we came with this thing that editors are not technicians, they're artists and things like that. So when somebody called me or referred to me as a female female technician, I wasn't sure which part of that term to be more offended by, female or technician. Then I think female was what hurt me the most, because I never thought, we never think of ourselves as a female or male or whatever. So we just go about, our focus to do our work, right? So we are not approaching even a film like, say, Gangs of Wasseypur. Is it a male-oriented film? No, it's a film. So we are approaching a work and we do things for what the film demands, right? We are not thinking about whether the director is a male or a female. We are not thinking about whether the movie is male-centric or female-centric. We are doing our work. So I don't think there's really much more than that. So if we think too much about it, then that's when we get stuck, and then that's when we get conscious. So yeah, that's what I would say. I hate the word female. We won't call ourselves a female mom. I mean, no.
Absolutely.
Right? So we are moms. We are technicians, we are editors, we are directors. That's what it is. So.
What I was telling you also, what I told you earlier, was like an editor telling me, yeah, aapko nahi samajh aayega. That kind of things even I have faced till recently. It's that mindset. She will not understand the technicalities because it's my job, whether it's an editor or a camera person.
Technicalities happen even in... So I was getting my house interior done, and the guy or the contractor had sent someone, and I knew that the tank needed a certain kind of lid, and it needs to be, there's some kind of specifications which was needed. So when he came, I told him that these are the specifications I need, is because it cannot be too heavy, is because we need to see whether the water is filling in, when we get water and everything. and he's just not even looking at me. And he's saying, "Madam, ये नहीं होने वाला है." And आप सर को बुला. तो I said, "सर वर्क उसको मतलब फर्क नहीं पड़ता उनको, हम मुझसे बात करो."
I love situations like these. I just
उनसे मुझसे बात करो, मैं देखती हूँ कि इसका कितने सेंटीमीटर का है, आपने ये स्क्वायर काट के लेके आए हो आप, मेरे को सब कुछ चाहिए था, आप वापस अभी काम करोगे, So then I called up my interior designer, who's a woman, and she says, "Actually, I face this problem all the time. These guys just think that they know everything."
Absolutely.
And we have the maximum amount of female architects, I would say.
But just taking off from that, I had graduated from the institute, FTI, and I worked for 7 years in advertising, and I finally got my first feature film. I was so excited. I was working with Anurag Kashyap, my first film, and it got done. And I had to tell my parents, I think my parents said, "We want to watch it. It's releasing after 2 years of being made." I said, "No, don't watch it. It's okay. Don't watch it." "No, we are very proud. Our daughter's whatever, she's from FTI. We need to see her name on screen and all." And both of them went. They were the only 2 people in the theater, and the film was That Girl in Yellow Boots.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, you don't judge me by this film, but I'm going to do better work. Of course, the film is still a good film, but they wouldn't understand. Poor souls, they were so shocked. It's a film industry is a good place, for women. Don't worry, I will get there.
But Pooja, the thing is that we both come from an advertising background, and I have always been very lucky to be in a place where my boss KV Sridhar used to tell me, and Arvind Sharma used to tell me that Ashwini, I need to see more women in the boardroom.
Yeah.
And one day he saw too many art directors who were men. All my JJs and everyone was just there in my group, and he said, "Don't you?" And then he called me to the room. So I was like, "I don't know who is it." So I asked her, I said, "Pops, what happened?" He said, "I think there are too many men in your group. I think you need to hire more women in the team." And that's how I started hiring more art directors who were women, and writers were there, but we needed more art directors who were women, and we needed more women to go and front clients, to speak to clients, to talk to them, to handle their businesses. And that's what we try to set up. And I always remember this one thing, and I think now it is continuing in the film industry. You have 30% women in every film you make. But for us, it was that I need to see more women in the boardroom.
Absolutely.
So when you say boardroom, which means they are decision makers.
Absolutely. And this is what we also need, because.
And just a few days back, I spoke to a client of mine, an FMCG brand, and he said that I need to see women telling the story. So I always say this: you need more men to encourage women